podcast. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Episode 97. The Portland Beer Club podcast. Your online bottle share. I'm taking my earbuds out because I don't really need them at this point. I just got to watch the pooter. We're currently sipping, well, say it's beef, farkas, and shits. I actually invited Nooner today. And it's round 17 of a new season of some kids sports. So.
Yeah, he's kids starting up summer ball or something like that.
Something like a late summer ball. I don't know. But
do you ever ask which ball?
Nope. Left or right?
Is that not
never ask?
Round or oblong?
Yeah.
I don't ask. Do your balls hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? I don't know.
You can definitely throw them over your shoulder, though.
Like a boulder holder?
Like a continental soldier. No?
Yeah, you know it better than I do, man.
That song, I don't know why. It has just stuck.
Every boy knows it. Maybe some girls, too. I don't want to be sexist.
Well, it started with ears. And
How about people? Let's just say people.
People.
Some people know it.
People,
There you go.
See, I'm an old man, and I still speak like an old man, so...
Oh, really? At what
You
point?
still?
Yeah, at what point of being an old man will you stop talking like an old man?
I started at around age 24, so... But that was 25 years ago. Maybe, 30 years ago. Holy shit, I've been a man for a long time.
Oh, yes, you have.
Yeah. So we were drinking...
Ever since that fateful night.
That fateful night that I was born. We were drinking a homebrew from Marcus to kick the show off, and this is delicious because I followed this up. I was drinking a Wanderjack when you arrived,
right,
from Breakside and Barley Browns, and this was a really nice transition. The hop profile is extremely similar, a little different on the malt, but no good or bad. They're just both delicious. So this keeps right up with what I was drinking ahead of time.
Cool, yeah. When you
done.
told me you're drinking a Wanderjack, I'm like, well... Let's see how this homebrew backs up to it. Like one of the best IPAs you can get in Oregon.
Absolutely. Well, in the world, in my opinion,
Well,
Wanderjack's hard to beat, but this is really good. I'm enjoying it. You want to talk about what it is?
Sure, we can talk about it.
Okay, talk about it.
I brewed this about a month ago, so it's about 2 weeks in the keg or so, a little over that, I think. And it's a Nelson dominant IPA with some Mosaic in it.
Like Nelson the hairband? I can't
Yes,
without
exactly.
your love and affection.
That's all I listened to was Nelson. Yeah.
After the rain.
And they weren't
I know
busy.
them all.
They
I know
weren't
all their
busy,
hits.
so I invited them over, chopped them up into little bits, and put them in beer.
I noticed I had a hair in
I thought
mine.
you were getting
You're never
consulted with that.
No, they're in the beer. You'll never hear from Nelson again. No. This is the last beer they'll ever make.
It's called Nelson Drops.
Drops.
I just confessed to murder.
Yeah.
Nelson hops. And I've made Nelson IPAs with hazies before. It's so different from this kind of flavor profile.
Interesting.
And I've wanted to make a West Coast IPA with it. So I kind of took my base IPA recipe and just I thought Mosaic would go well with kind of like sometimes Nelson can give you like that white grape skin, white wine thing. I don't know that I get it on this beer, but I thought the Mosaic might go nice with that. So that's how I chose those hops.
Well, it's
And that's basically
It
it.
is
So it's about a
delicious.
6%er, a la
dang.
Ram House style, a little lower on the alcohol. So very dry. This one
Yes.
again finished like 10, like one Plato, like 1.04
Dang.
gravity. So it's super dry. But yeah, I'm
All
happy
right.
with it. It turned out good. It's a cool change from the really fruity Northwest style IPAs I make. This one's a little more, much more bitter and not quite as fruity, but it's still a good.
Almost piney, almost resinous, but not quite.
There's
either
definitely
of
like a
those.
resiny thing from the Nelson, but it's not.
odd.
Yeah,
It's good though.
But I like resiny.
I thought you might like this one a bit because
Yep.
of how its profile is. So cool.
I definitely am enjoying this. Well, what do we got to kick off? Let's not start with our series question. Let's talk about Culmination for Sale, because this has been a high drama story in the Portland area for the Portland beer scene. Culmination announced that they were going to be shutting down, and then a whole bunch of people said, just 1 minute, let's see what we can do about this. Does anybody want to talk about the details?
Yeah, sure. I mean, they were basically when's the last time you guys were at Culmination
It's been years.
Or had Culmination beer? Because they get distroed.
What's the one beer they're not? Do they make Phaedrus? Is that Culmination or is that somebody else?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, because I know
that's their IPA, right?
Our old friend Lynn used to love Fader, especially the fresh hop version. So that was probably the last time I've had one, and it's probably been 2 to 3 years since I've had that. I mean, it's one of those breweries where they're better than the average Portland brewery, but they're not the brewery that I would go drink at.
That's perfect. That's a perfect explanation. Yeah, seriously.
But they have a big fan base.
Well, you won't be anymore. Well,
no, maybe.
No, but they have a big fan base. And,
they do.
And I don't care if you're a crappy brewery. I just want there to be as many breweries as neighborhoods can support.
I think it's one of those breweries, too, that I would frequent more if they were closer to us.
Absolutely.
But, like, they're not a
they're
destination place for me. And I think they've always been that kind of more neighborhoody type
Are
brewery.
they the one that's over off Broadway, like 20th or not Broadway, Burnside?
I've never been to Culmination.
I don't know.
I think they're like a block and a half off of East, like 20th and Burnside on the east side.
Okay.
If it's the same place I'm thinking of, but I might be thinking of something
I
different.
think we have Jim looking it up for us, but or maybe
No.
not. He's looking at porn.
Again.
I think I might. Now that I think about it, I might be wrong about what I'm talking about. But
just south of 84.
Okay, yeah,
So
then I'm
it's
way
like,
off. Then.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of where I was
Who am I
thinking.
Just north of Sandy and
okay.
what street number is this?
Definitely way off.
22nd.
Yeah. It sucks because it sounds like it's, again, COVID and the pandemic kind of just killed them, and they saw
they were slow COVID.
Basically, they slow bleed out, and just have slowly bled money, and now nothing has really bounced back for them. And I guess they used to do a lot of their business through can sales, which is kind of interesting because you thought, well, for COVID that would be great,
right?
But I don't know if they switched distributors or something, but they said like they can't like ship the volume they need to be profitable through this distributor. So
fuck.
And the distributor was like, oh, we didn't know that. Like, they're a great seller for us, so let's try and work with them. So anyways, Steve Schaumler.
Yep.
Apparently they've got him to come in and try and save the ship, bail out the water and save
Steve
the
Schaumler
ship.
used to be a regular guest on our old podcast.
Right.
Yeah. He came on 2 or 3 times, I think. Yeah.
So he's a consultant now, I guess, on the side or something. So
well, I think he's taken over kind of he's kind of driving the train over there right now, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So he's making a bunch of changes, and he said there's just a bunch of milestones. Like, hey, if we open the doors on like September 1st, then we'll have a party and things are great. But then we got to make the next milestone, which is like November. And then if we're still open in January, then we got to make it to March. And if we make it to March or April of next year, we should be in the clear. So like they're going to try and eke it out here for a while. And so, if you're in the area, I mean, you like Culmination beer and want to give them a hand, try buying their stuff and visit them or whatever and check it out because they're going to try and make it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I hope they do.
I do too. I got no ill will towards them at all.
No,
not at all.
No. They've done well for themselves, and it's sad when
they've been around for like 10 years or something, haven't they?
Something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And speaking of things dropping off, sounds like Anheuser-Busch has been. This is a little older news, but since our last podcast, this is a news story.
Yeah,
they're selling off a bunch of their when they went and did the big sweep of buying off craft breweries and trying to do that, wipe out craft brewing as much as they could, but it kind of bit them in the ass. It sounds like, and now they're doing a back paddle.
Well, I think there's a couple of things with AB that's a problem. One is that like craft beer sales are declining a little bit, and so it's not nearly as profitable as they hoped for. So like 10 Barrel, Widmer locally here are being sold off to, what was the company?
A cannabis company.
It's a cannabis
company. Yeah.
That's
Tilray brands.
That's so weird.
Intoxicants.
That's
We're gonna cover all versions.
Yeah.
They should start making pharmaceuticals too.
Hey.
Yeah, so maybe we'll start seeing some different beers or something. I don't know. But yeah, they're getting sold off again. So now I don't know how you feel about like what 10 Barrel is going to become, but
they're going to be owned by a weed company.
Which for
now. Portland is a perfect combination.
So maybe so now we can go back to them.
I didn't like him. I didn't like him before he.
I wasn't super excited about 10 Barrel before.
Well, if they start mixing their,
and I'm
products
definitely not excited
together,
about
Whitmer. Then we can talk.
I guess you can legally do that here, can't you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Why?
Not on a production level.
You probably need to sell it at a dispensary then or something, wouldn't you? If you're
right, but
sell...
I don't think you can put the two together and sell.
Is that really a law?
I don't know if it's a law, but I've never seen it.
Well,
Never
I think
heard
there's
of
been
it.
some weed beers.
I like how Jim made a motion with his hands and to describe it going together, but it was like 2 fingers, so it was more like docking. I think is what you did.
There's no foreskin
Rocking
here.
with docking.
Like, we're circumcised in this place.
Oh my god.
Nary a foreskin in sight.
Oh my god. Huh,
For
rocking.
miles
I don't know. I mean,
miles
there's
around.
definitely weed beverages, but I don't.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Yeah.
an alcoholic one.
Huh. Well, you'd think there would be, given the relationship of hops and weed. So,
Right?
I mean, it seems like it wouldn't be that much of a stretch to do.
There's got to be something.
I feel like we're having a
legality
conversation
about
from
it.
10 years ago because it's got to be done by now. Somebody
Yeah.
had to have. I mean, they've done hemp beers.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or
I'm
not,
sure.
not hemp. I mean, CBD. Sorry, CBD beers.
I mean, I'm sure it's been done on the side, but on a production level, I'm
On
not.
yeah, right.
Sure.
Yeah, on a for sale level,
yeah.
for sale to the public.
I remember the first time ABV was pouring a CBD beer, and I was like, I don't want to get high. I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You probably need to do something where you infuse the oils directly into the beer versus, you wouldn't want to put them in a hot kettle and like boil
You wouldn't
off
wanna,
some
like,
of the
I don't know.
THC or
wouldn't want to dry nug them.
yeah.
Dry nug.
Dry nug. That's right. So yeah. Anyways, but the big thing with AB is the other thing is they're saving money like crazy, and I don't want to get into this too much because it's obviously a little bit of a hot button. But Bud Light, the whole thing that went down
Right.
with that, with Kid Rock shooting it because of transgender issues
Right.
and all
And
that.
then he's
Right.
caught drinking
So-
Bud Light.
Yeah,
Oh
so-
my god.
Bud Light though has lost like their
Oh, yeah.
their drinkers. They've lost 30% of their revenue in Bud Light, and Bud Light is the number
shit.
one beer. Was the number one
Now
beer in
Modelo.
the U.S.
Yeah.
Now it's Modelo, right?
Right.
But it's like 30%
Right.
just for that one
Which
thing.
kind of tells you, like, who was drinking Bud Light.
Well, yeah, it absolutely tells you a good chunk
Yeah.
of who's drinking Bud
I don't
Light.
really care about either
but-
one, Bud Light or the people who drink Bud Light. So,
That's
or
fair, but
those people who are
but-
boycotting Bud Light.
But it's really interesting to see how that one little social media thing association has absolutely crushed
Right.
AB.
And it's sad.
They have laid off hundreds of people as a result of this. They've lost
I didn't know
millions, tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in sales in Bud Light.
Yeah.
And it's just crushing them right now. So they're trimming things. They're fat like craft breweries where it's just like not worth the effort or, right now we got to focus on our cash cow to get that back up.
Did they let go, Goose?
No, they still have Goose Island, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Probably Bourbon County Stout's a moneymaker for them.
I think Goose Island is just a moneymaker. It's been in the airports too long. People depend on it.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Airport Brewery.
And it was their first big buyout.
It was.
Was it?
And it
Okay.
was
And
early on.
It was early on, so
yeah.
there's some history there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I mean, I don't care about AB, but it's just interesting to see how like that one little thing. I don't want to belittle it. I don't mean like little. It's just it wasn't like
It's like a 10-second social media.
It was an
post.
Instagram post,
Yeah,
right, or
like
something.
a reel. Yeah.
And
Or
it's
a
like,
story or
and that
something.
has just absolutely blown up on them. It's like you're not going to see a company make a stand like that again.
Well,
in the near term.
and it was a pro LGBTQ.
It was,
It wasn't
yeah.
even pro. It was just acknowledging LGBTQ.
good point.
Just acknowledging that it exists and like they're people. And then all the homophobes came out of the closet and say, "Yeah,
Oh yeah. Well, and then
I'll
yeah,
say it. You don't.
well,
I'll say. I don't care
and
if we
some-
get canceled.
some of
Who's
the
going to
very
cancel?
conservative-
Our 2 listeners.
Yeah, some of the super conservative politicians came out and made statements about Bud Light, and it
Right,
just
yeah.
it blew up into this whole thing.
Yeah, it's
so.
just
It
stupid.
just became political immediately.
That's
which
crazy.
is just crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Well, while we're talking about things sliding, let's talk about the skip down a story to the new draft dodger little story I ran into. Just talking about the impact COVID had on draft beer, where they're saying in 2019 there was 17.5 million barrels sold, and then after 1 year it went down to 9 million.
yeah.
And right now we're back up to 13, but we're still down 4 million barrels of draft beer. Like that's. Like, what is wrong with people? That's the best way to drink a beer. What's wrong with you people?
That's a huge number.
But that just shows, like, these tap houses and stuff, or that's
Yeah,
why
they're
they're
just not
suffering.
as full.
Places like ABV, who, I haven't been there in a while. As we're talking about why they're suffering, well, people like me who just aren't going.
I'm
like
the
we used to.
problem.
Exactly.
What's
like,
going on?
Hi,
What's the
it's
problem?
me.
It's me.
I'm the problem. It's me.
I used to go to ABV probably almost once a week.
Oh yeah,
back
we
in
went.
the day.
We went all the time.
And
Yeah.
now it's like
I had a problem.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
And now it's like, and I'm not just pointing this. I mean, there's all of them are suffering, but I'm just using ABV because that was our main place, and
Yeah.
I have probably been there 3 times in the last year and a half. I mean, so,
Yeah, I have not been there. I've been there once in the last
yeah.
year.
And part of that is also just where it's a family and we're budgeting money and
Yeah,
so,
life changes, man.
yeah. I mean, but why aren't all the young people hitting?
Yeah,
it?
that's my problem. Is Sean will go out with me because
Well-
he's got a family and he's budgeting
Well,
money.
that could
What an
segue
asshole!
into another topic
Oh.
that we have here.
Yeah.
Are we
I
done with
think
this one?
it's-
We're doing some good segues.
And that's
I wasn't
with
done
the-
talking about this. Damn it!
We can
No, it's
continue.
fine. Go ahead. We can go back.
So
There are no
the-
It's
rules
one
here,
big
Jim. I don't know if you
conversation.
know that. By the way, should we get a mystery beer going while we're doing this? I think everyone's
Oh.
about ready for it.
Mine is hoppy. Mine are always going to be barrel aged or hoppy. So
Okay.
Mine's BA.
Let's do.
BA non-sour.
Let's do yours first, Sean.
Okay.
I'll do mine second and do yours last.
Uh,
I have 2 choices, and I haven't decided which I'm going to do yet.
ooh.
After Sean's, I'll know. That's right.
keep talking, guys.
But so
Can't do that.
A Gallup poll was released, and more Americans view moderate drinking as unhealthy.
Oh yes, I saw that.
And
Yeah.
what is it? I think it's like
Did you just add this?
No, it's on here.
no, that's been on there since earlier this week, late last week.
Where am I? I'm not seeing it.
It's just a link. There's no.
Huh. All right. Keep talking.
And so it's what is it? 39% of people say that moderate drinking is unhealthy, and that's up 11 points.
That's huge. From when?
11 points from 2018.
That's
5
not
years.
long.
And of course, with
Beef glass,
oh yeah,
por favor.
and with Gen Z, they are at the top of that curve.
Yeah.
So they think
Yeah.
that it's the most unhealthy, and the older you get, the more healthy people think it is, or the less unhealthy people think it is. So, I mean,
So did you
just
guys-
like less people are drinking,
Yeah.
or
dumb.
wanting to.
39%. Okay, so they say moderate drinking is 1 to 2 drinks a day is bad for your health. That's what they're saying. 39%
I was
of
going to
Americans
say,
are
yeah,
saying.
like moderate drinking is not all that much.
Yeah. So that's interesting because in the last couple of 2-3 years, the I don't know who it is, the American Health Association or whoever it is that governs this has come out and
right.
halved
Right.
the number of alcoholic
Yeah.
drinks a week that is supposedly healthy for an
adult.
American, an
An
adult.
adult, yeah.
So it used to be somewhere like 10 to 14 drinks a week was considered okay and moderate at best, at worst. And now it's like 7 drinks or less a week is what they say is now healthy drinking. They halved it. And so I wonder if that's like
Who is this they you speak of?
this health organization.
That's like the
a
FDA
bunch of
or
fucking
USDA.
idiots.
But who is it?
Want us
I
to
think
drink
it's
fluoride?
I think it's Sweden that their health authority came out and said that no level of alcohol is healthy. It's all unhealthy.
See, I just
I mean,
what is the study? Yeah, I wonder what the
wanna
study
check
is
the
on
rates of
that.
alcoholism in Sweden because from what
Sweden,
I remember, it's
Switzerland.
pretty high.
I don't remember
Most
which.
of the Scandinavian countries had high rates of
Yeah,
alcoholism.
what
from I
about
remember.
what was
I mean, I don't-
what was the study on the consumption of lutefisk too? By the way, because that seems pretty fucking unhealthy to me.
I think the general
That
rule of thumb
fermentation is good for some reason.
Yeah,
I think
right,
the
that's
general
fine.
rule of thumb is if it's delicious, it's bad for you.
If it's yellow,
anything.
let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Is that the no different rule?
Is that urine?
That's that's definitely toilet humor, right?
Yeah.
Literal.
All right. Well, what do we think about this mystery beer?
I like it.
Yeah. I like it.
It's doing like a melon thing in the middle.
Well, I'm just gonna be different and say I fucking hate it.
It's the worst.
It's good. It's
You-
good.
you
It's
do?
definitely Melanie.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie? Why am I using like women's names to
I got a
describe
brand
things?
new pair
I
of
said
roller
Gemini
skates.
earlier,
Oh, no,
and I'm
not
saying
that
now
Melanie.
I'm saying Melanie.
Got women on the mind.
I like.
Well, I
this
am
beer.
with you two gentlemen.
We do have some boobs.
Oh my god. We got 4 boobs in this room.
Sorry, wrong time to take a sip.
That was perfect.
4 boobs, 2 mustaches, and beards.
This is at least a double IPA.
Is that
It's
what you're
got
gonna?
some. It's got some booze to it. No.
It's so cold. I'm not picking up on that yet.
This is a beer I am not gonna let get warm. Is all I'm gonna say.
See, it's
Okay,
a double at
then
least.
Yeah.
It's at least a double. I'm gonna say that's like, and I feel like I've had it before. It tastes familiar, but maybe I haven't. Sean's giving it away with his eyes.
It's like Tank Slapper or something.
Tank slapper. Oh
not
my
out of a
God.
can. And that hasn't shown up here in like 8 years.
I haven't seen that forever.
Oh yeah, that's the triple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's
Barley browns.
I agree with you on the melon notes. It's definitely got.
Yeah, I'm digging
that.
that, but it's bitter on either side of that.
I like
melon.
it. No, it's not too sweet. And I can see how if it gets warm though, it would be a little bit much. But
Yeah.
that is good.
You like that?
Yeah, I do like it.
Okay. Any guesses as to what it is?
IPA, double IPA.
Double IPA. Any idea who might have made this double IPA?
Maybe even a triple. It's edging on
Ooh,
triple.
Look at
maybe.
you.
I'm gonna go with Public Coast.
Public Coast? Just because I was at the beach last weekend?
Yeah, you always go to the beach. Yeah, you're always at the coast. So
I did go
it's
to Public Coast.
It's either that or Fort George.
It's not Pelican, I can tell you that.
Maybe Beach Rake.
Beach Rake.
Astoria Brewing.
ABC.
Was it Bitch Slapper, is that what they called
Yeah,
it?
No, whatever it
Or
was
IPA?
called. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was. They probably changed the name since.
It's very clean on the malt.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I like that.
That's really good
Yeah.
for a what I perceive to be at least a higher alcohol IPA. Super drinkable. I don't know who it is. I don't think it's Fort George.
Okay.
It doesn't
Yeah,
taste
no,
like
I
a
don't
Fort
think so
George
either.
beer to
No,
me.
I actually like it.
Okay. Rolling his eyes around like
Public Coast is a good guess. Could Block 15 make something like this?
I feel like it's not bitter enough.
Really? You think it'd be more?
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know. I don't buy a lot of double and triple IPAs anymore, so I don't know. It's good though. I got no guess. I don't know who it is.
It's either Public Coast or someone we haven't mentioned.
Okay.
You have not mentioned the brewery.
Yeah, I got it right.
It is not a double. It is not a triple.
It's a quad?
Fresh Hop Elliott IPA from X
Oh,
Nova.
fresh hop, of course.
I had to
That's
bring
why.
a fresh hop for the Fresh Hop show. Come
Awesome.
on. It's that time of year, people.
That's really good.
I forgot about that.
yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Forgot that was out already.
Carrie found this for me. Carrie found all my beers this
That's
week.
why it's the dankness of it. That's why but
Yeah.
it's more melony than there's more melon to it than I remember from previous years.
Tastes like Melanie.
Tastes like melony. Man.
Speaking of fresh hops, I just read that Breakside
good.
is going to be releasing 9 fresh hop beers this year, 5 that are repeats and 4 new ones.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
I hope they do something different with their cans instead of the stupid color.
A little
nuts.
bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, like green versus
well,
off green versus
Yeah.
mint.
Right. Exactly.
yeah. I looked
Orange
at their
versus
release.
burnt orange.
They're going to do like every 4 or 5 days. They're going to release a new one. So I guess I have to go to the new Breakside Beaverton every 4 or 5 days.
Once a week.
So what I do remember about Fresh Hop Elliott is that it was it's really really good now, but I remember it being so strong that it was like hard to drink like 2 pints.
Yeah,
It was like it just sticks on your
yeah,
tongue
and it's
so
got that
much.
grassy note that I pick up on more than melon.
And that's why you don't want it to warm up.
I'm getting that in the burp. That's for sure.
I was trying to see if it actually said what hops were in it, but it doesn't.
Maybe on the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was
Bottom,
looking
that's
for,
what
but the it's just a blob
Oh, it's
of
not.
ink. So I don't know what this was with, but again, I mean, it seems like Fresh Hop Elliott's like the first one to always come out.
They were the 3rd this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
But it's
Stormbreaker came out
Always
with
good.
one, and-
Like this is a guaranteed hit
early
every
yeah,
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, so I messaged them when I saw, I think it was Stormbreaker released one, and I messaged X Nova, was like, dude, what's up? You're always first. I know you guys are for sale. Does this mean you're not making fresh hops this year? He goes, we are, but it's going to be more limited this year. So they're slowing
That's
down
a bummer.
their
So
fresh hop production.
according to Untapped, this is a Chad favorite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
really?
Centennial. Yeah.
Oh, Chad. Well, he sent that
R.I.P.
text.
Nooner.
Didn't he send a text to us like last weekend with this can?
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't say it was Centennial.
Mm-mm.
Well, it's weird that we're getting melon out of it.
We should have known,
We should have known. Yeah. Why else would he buy it?
right?
Well, let's talk about, Beef, you and I went to Breakside last week, or 2 weeks ago, yeah?
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago. Went checked out the new Beaverton location, their big outdoor patio. Then it got so damn hot that we moved into the new indoor section that had just opened up. Like, I think that weekend maybe.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think it had
Okay,
just
so
opened.
so just the patio was open before.
The patio
with
was open first,
with
and
the
then-
with the Beerabago.
Yeah, the Winnebago.
Winnebago.
Yeah, and so it was nice out there. It was really cool, and the food trucks were great.
Beerabago.
We had
Come on,
smash
dude.
burgers that were delicious, and
Yeah.
but then we moved on into the inside because it just, like I said, got too hot. And great place, man. Great setup. I didn't even know they were doing the indoor, because remember how long I've been bitching? Like, why don't they just buy Ex Novo and knock out the wall? Well, this
Right.
is why. They had plans.
They had
and
plans.
I didn't know what their plans were. Damn
Would
me.
have writ them a letter.
Yeah, oh God.
They
I'm
could have
right-
sent you the plans.
Still pissed off at the parking.
What? You had perfect parking that day. Come
Right.
on.
We lucked out. Come on, let's be real.
Well, it was like 10 a.m. on a
Right
Sunday.
across the street. Yeah, yeah.
Why'd you guys get started so late?
So late.
Yeah, but no, another
It was a fun time.
great place, man. I mean,
Good.
I'm real excited to see who's gonna buy Ex Novo, and see what's gonna go in that space eventually. Because with that, and then you got Loyal Legion across the street.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hopping spot.
then you can just hop right across.
Syndicate Wine Bar.
Well, there's the other Raindrop Tap House or something there
Right,
too.
there's a
Oh,
tap
yeah,
house
yeah.
right there as well. And if you want, you can jump across Beaver Hillsville Highway, and there's Hoppa Pizza right there. I mean, God, it's like that
Hoppa-
Hoppa Pizza does Asian infused pizzas.
And Binary Brewing is right over there too on the
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's there. I'm not saying.
And you got
I'm not
the,
saying you're going there.
You got the Staghorn right around the corner too.
The Staghorn, what the hell's that?
The plant store, Staghorn. No.
Oh. You have sizzle pie around the corner. You
Oh,
have.
you gotta hit the highlight shits.
Yeah,
The
I know.
highlights.
I know.
Plant store.
Yeah.
Liberty Tax Center's right over there too.
Liberty.
Wrong Liberty.
Wrong Liberty. I don't
Was
know.
there anything special on tap
Dave's
there
chicken?
at Breakside? Was there stuff that you can't get?
They had Wander Jacket just came out. It just came out that like either that day or the day before. You got a barrel aged beer that was really good.
They did have one of their barley wine series on tap. Didn't grab that, but I did grab a big old
Wait a minute.
barrel aged stout.
Wait a minute. I'm in shock. I can't process
know.
anything.
It was 1,000 degrees out,
Yeah, it was hot.
Okay, go ahead.
and it was
Sorry.
like 11 a.m. on a Sunday. So I went with a 13% stout.
Yes, that makes sense.
That was really good.
Yeah, I forget what was in it, but it was some big old pastry stout.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
it wasn't barrel aged.
No, it was
Oh, it
barrel
was,
aged,
okay.
yeah, but it was pastry.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was delicious. Yeah, I mean, even Carrie, who generally drinks hazies, loved the Wander Jack. So
Yeah.
she's drinking some.
Yeah,
right
she's
now,
drinking. I was
downstairs
surprised to
at this
hear
very
that she's
moment.
drinking that down. Like she's really getting into West Coast, Northwest style IPAs.
If it's good, she'll drink it. Yeah, I mean, we. Well, no, I mean seriously, because I was down at the beach. Well, we were down at the beach this past weekend, and I was drinking. God, what do we
Modelo.
have? Modelo. Well,
I mean, if I'm going by law of averages, it's probably what you were drinking, right?
Absolutely,
Because it's the most popular beer in the U.S. right now.
Yeah.
when have I ever drank the most popular beer in the U.S.?
You rebel, you contrarian.
But I took down my big giant Pelican growler that's 128 ounces. And we went to the Beer and Wine House in Seaside in the outlet mall there, which is a really cool spot. Like, it's really overlooked. But he had Sticky Hands on tap.
They always have good stuff on tap.
He had Pallet Jack. He had what's the Boneyard Armored Fist on tap.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But you couldn't get a growler fill of that. But
Yeah, I haven't seen that in years.
yeah.
God damn, that's a good
He had
beer.
some good stuff on tap. But
You pulling out a hoagie, Marcus?
Yes.
A grinder?
I'm just a little hungry. You guys keep going.
it's a tin can sandwich. But I handed my giant growler, and he filled it up like all the way up to the neck. And he goes, "How big is this?" And I go, "I really don't know. I know it's more than 64 ounces." And he goes, "Nah, I'll just charge you for 64 ounces." It's 120 ounce.
So you
28
lied
ounce.
to him.
Because
you knew how big it was.
No, I didn't know until I took it home that I put on my reader glasses so I could read the tiny little print on the side. I'm like, holy shit, he just gave me 2 for 1 on this.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was like, I should have got sticky hands. I could have gotten really messed up.
Yeah, that's like a 4 for 1.
Yeah, but anyways, so yeah, that was a fun little.
Just take some like pen with like really crappy handwriting. Just write 64 OZ on the side of it, so that they just
It
fill
just
it up for
seems
you.
like right. It just seems like it pours for a long time. Yeah. So go check out the Beer and Wine House in Seaside because it really is a cool spot. They got a lot of couches and chairs. And there's bottles and cans. He's even got some vintage, barrel aged stuff on the shelves. And God, my mother-in-law bought $100 bottle of wine from the guy. which was actually pretty good. Oh wait, hang on, I gotta finish this. Marcus is
You're
pouring a
fine.
mystery beer.
Whatever.
So it's the one in the outlet mall.
It's in the outlet mall, like just a
Well,
block
damn.
away from the Nike store and all that
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
I gotta let my wife stop there now.
Yeah. And I think it's like it's always the same guy working there. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else in there. I've got a couple friends that live in Seaside, and I know they're there quite a bit, and it's kind of one of their hangs, I believe. Yeah, cool spot, but just make sure you take a really big growler if you want a deal. But like seriously, I found
Just bringing in magnums. Like, what size is that?
I found a
I'm not
fresh
really
bottle
sure.
of Pliny there.
A 55-gallon barrel.
Oh, yeah.
He gets good beer.
Yeah, like
That's awesome.
He had in the past when we've been there, he's had a wall of like hard to find rare beers sitting there. Maybe a little pricey, but he has them.
Yeah.
And like on tap, there's always good stuff when we've been there.
My only warning is just if you don't really know what you're doing and he points you to something, check the date, because he pointed me to this IPA. Oh, this stuff's really great, and I was like, I didn't even bother looking, so we bought it. Then we went home, we drank. I'm like, oh shit! And I turned the can over, and it was like 6 months old. I'm like, he's trying to get rid of this shit. He knew, he just got me.
He knows that you're a tourist or not a regular.
Yeah.
He knows. He saw that you didn't have your readers on you.
yeah. And I didn't have
Saw
my
you
WAF.
squinting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he got me.
And he heard your old speak.
Yeah.
He's like, I can get this guy.
Well, he's much older than I am, but he got me.
Yeah.
I hope he's older than me. Jesus, that'd be sad. Let's see. Oh, so we got a festival for beef. There's a Kolsch festival coming, beef.
Oh, I can't.
A Kolsch festival.
I can't wait.
That's,
Not only that, it's the third year of it,
we've never even heard of it.
which is like, I mean, there's just a festival for everything, right?
Well,
At this point,
there's a Pilsner festival I was going to talk about coming up, but it's this weekend. This show, by the time this posts, it'll have already happened, so no point. But yeah, there's literally a festival for every style of beer now, I think.
I mean, there's some good lager breweries in here. Chuckanut,
Yeah. Oh no, I would go to this.
Occidental, Rosenstadt.
Really?
I like Kolsch. I like Kolsch.
So you're going to go to this?
Zoigl.
Not a chance.
Why
not? You
'Cause
said
I don't
you
go
would
to-
go to this. Now you're
I-
not
if
going.
I-
Because they're
was-
going to be under 5%.
If I was still going to beer festivals,
Just pastry barrel-aged Kolsch's.
I
That.
don't. If I was still doing beer festivals the way I did beer festivals, in my earlier days, I would be going to this festival.
And you
Definitely.
wonder why beer festivals... Why are you killing beer festivals,
It's
Sean?
on me.
You damn millennials.
Here's, I admit it would be interesting to try. So there's about maybe 12
I've had
breweries
this.
there.
I've had this beer.
Okay. There's like 12 breweries there. I'd be curious to see like how different their Kolsch's are between them, because
Well, I just drank something called a Kolschish beer the other day when I was down at the beach.
Hang
Hang on, let me tell you who it was here in a second. I gotta look at my
And-
Untapped.
And did it taste like a Kolsch, or was it some?
Yeah, tasted fine.
Or did it taste Kolsch-ish, whatever that means?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
It was from
But yeah, I just like
from Obelisk.
They're gonna be there.
they're going to be at the
They're gonna be
Kolsch
there.
Fest.
They'll probably have their Kolschish beer. It was called Sunshrine.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I
Obelisk?
just like if you have an IPA festival, I get it because you have a whole bunch of different hops, different styles, double, single, double, triple, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
And then you have Kolsch.
we can't
What is the variation inside
I don't know.
of Kolsch?
I don't know the recipe for Kolsch.
You could have a
but
lime Kolsch, I guess. I mean, I guess you could add adjuncts to Kolsch,
You could have.
Sure.
Couldn't you have like a hazier Kolsch and
but
a
you don't have
cleaner
hops.
Kolsch
Like you
and-
don't. Hops are not a present thing in Kolsch, so you don't have that knob to
And
twiddle.
the grain bill is going to be roughly the same,
It's
too.
gonna be,
But
and the
can you-
yeast should be the same.
Right, yeah, but you can... I mean, you could choose different hops.
But
all
but
ounce
it
that
shouldn't.
you're
But you
using.
shouldn't
I just drank a
taste them.
I just
Right,
drank a
good
West
point,
Coast
good point.
Pilsner
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other day. So I mean, nowadays you can do all kinds of craziness with anything. I mean,
So it doesn't matter. I mean, the Kolsch Fest could be. You literally could get a
That's-
pastry stout there.
Kolsch
and
is
it's called
your-
a Kolsch, right?
No, but I think
Kolschish.
Kolsch is the
Yeah, there you go.
Kolsch is the base recipe, but you can do all kinds of variants with it. I don't know. I mean, we live in crazy days.
It's just such a simple beer that
It is. It's
that's why it's a little odd.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be like a Hellas Fest. It's like, okay, cool. I want to try maybe a few Hellas, but then you've had like 6, 8, 10 Hellas. You're like, Okay, I'm good. Now what? Like, there's so little
All
variation.
right, when does the party start?
If I was walking through Disney World and
I
it's
start taking my shirt
92
off now?
degrees, and I have my choice between 5 IPAs and a Kolsch, I'm going to take the Kolsch.
Say that again?
If I'm at Disney World and it's 94 degrees out,
Yeah.
and I have my, they have all the little beer places, and I have my choice of 5 IPAs or a Kolsch, I'm going to pick the Kolsch.
Yeah. Well, you're at Disney World.
Well, I will
Right, but
too
I'm just-
because the IPAs are going to be 6 months old.
Exactly.
Although that's not true. I did get Ghost in the Machine
Ah,
at Disney.
but was it good?
It was good. Yeah, it was
Okay,
fresh.
okay.
Now switch over
It
to
was like $14.
now
for
switch
6
over to
ounces,
94
but-
degrees,
Uh-huh.
and you're at the Hood River Fresh Hop Fest. You gonna choose Fresh Hop Pallet Jack, or you gonna get a
Fresh hop
Kolsch?
When is it going to be 94 in September? Oh, in like 5 years.
Yeah, like in about
couple
3 weeks.
days.
in a month.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do like Kolsch. Yeah. It's got a time and place
Boo.
kind of beer, but I like it.
It does. It certainly does.
Yeah.
But where? I mean, like
Not
it's
a festival.
I'm
It's
not
not
gonna-
94 degrees.
I'm not going to drink a Kolsch
Mexican
in
lager.
December.
Mexican
I'm
lager
not
is
gonna-
94 degrees.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a Mexican lager over Kolsch every day.
Are
Yeah.
you?
Every
Oh
day.
yeah.
Okay.
So Kolsch is more like
Rice lager every
I
day.
think of like
What if you're in Munchen?
a fall, like a fall
Then will
beer,
you take
maybe.
the...
But then it's
Kolsch just doesn't have a place in my household.
I don't drink it either. I don't drink it
You're not
either.
invited to my home.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, this is where we differ. Somebody's got to be right. What are we missing here? I can barely see the
What do
list.
you guys think of this beer?
Well, go, let's
mystery
talk
beer
about-
number 2 now.
I've had this. I know I've had this.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay.
This is even smoother than the Elliot.
Mm-hmm.
IPA definitely.
Mm-hmm. It isn't okay. Yes, I'll give you that.
Fruity.
Fruity.
Yeah, not super bitter. Just a
No.
little bit.
Okay.
I almost want to say, like,
Not hazy.
is this
We'll say
one
to
of the
listeners.
3 ways? Are you pulling a fast one on us?
Could be a 2022 for beef.
Yeah, I'm not getting any cardboard.
Oh, I know how to store IPA.
Oh, you just freeze it.
Yeah.
30.
It's been sitting next to dry ice for the last year.
32.2 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably go lower than that.
Answer me this. Have I had it?
I don't know. I
could
know you.
Could I have had it?
I mean, so
Because I know, like, you get shit from Texas
let me
once
put
in
it
a
this way.
while. And
you have had it. I don't know if you've had it. Does that make sense?
it's a 3-way. No, I've had all the 3-ways. He knows that.
Have you?
Everyone but the very... No, I've had every 3-way. I have. I haven't had all the Fields of Green. I didn't have the very first Fields of Green. I've had everything.
So it could be
Are
that.
you pulling
That's
a
like
fresh hop
7
on
years
us?
ago.
Is this like
Ooh.
field to ferment or something?
Ooh.
From
Oh.
Could it be a fresh hop that you've maybe had but not this year? I don't know.
that's
This doesn't taste fresh hop.
Could be.
It could be,
Yeah.
but it doesn't taste. Fresh hop
you're
normally
right. It's
has...
not green. It's
Neither
not that
did the
grassy.
Elliot though. The Elliot fooled me. I did.
It
I
did
did not
fool me
get.
too.
I
Yeah,
did
good
not get
point.
the grassy notes that you got.
Really?
Yeah, I got more
not
of
until
like.
the end or until you.
Said it?
Yes,
I did- I still didn't get it.
I don't know
Put it in
which
your
one
head.
it was that did it. Yeah.
It was dank.
Until I was
It was
primed.
dank, so that's why I was like, "This is a double." But it was. But yeah, that threw me off. So, well, do you guys like it?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Yeah. It's
Oh, wait. Is it
I do-
Brett?
I
Are you
do-
pulling a fast one on me? Is there Brett in this?
I do too. Let's get married, all of us.
I don't want to marry you,
Yeah, there's like no
Marcus.
bitterness.
You have to fucking marry me, Sean.
God damn it, it's rape.
Jeez. That escalated fast, really fast.
Should probably edit that out.
Yeah, maybe.
38-minute mark.
I don't know.
Okay, no guesses.
No.
You got no
You
guess
know,
either?
I should guess.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's some kind of 3-way.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I
Just because I'm having like some muscle memory flashback here.
don't know. Pallet Jack.
Oh, man.
Oh,
What?
All right.
What?
too hazy for.
Oh, you're right. It is. I don't know.
I just give up.
Yeah, but it's fresh hop, maybe.
There you go.
Is it Elliot?
Fresh hop pallet jack?
Right. Not with that can.
Fresh hop PJs.
He's unfoiling his beer. Oh, it's in our fridge downstairs right now.
Have you had it yet?
Yes.
My God.
Oh, you have had it before.
I have had it. Yeah.
My God.
Yes.
It's peach punch.
It's peach punch.
Yes.
This year's
There's
peach punch.
no fucking peach. No peach in that.
It's not very. This is the first time I've tried it. I've never tried it. So I found this the other day.
I'm like,
Never had it.
No. This year.
This year's.
This,
Okay.
Yeah, I've had
Okay.
peach punch.
Okay,
I think
okay.
almost every.
I'm like-
I think every
Right,
year.
yeah,
I had this
okay.
about a week ago. That's why I'm like, I've had this. It's funny. Yeah, we have a
this
can down
is-
there right now in the fridge. Carrie's
This
probably
is
drinking it.
so different from that first
First
second
version.
year. Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
it's
that's sad.
This is
It's
my
a little
least favorite
sad.
version.
I mean, it's still very
it's
good.
good, but it is muted from what.
Yeah,
it
there's no
used to
I
be.
said fruity.
Yeah, you did say fruity, but it isn't like peach screams at you,
No.
and it
But it's
is
there.
kind of that Block 15 like ish IPA flavor to me.
A
but,
little
but,
bit. Yeah,
but I knew what
in the.
But I knew what
bitterness.
it is, so that's also not fair.
Right.
It's like I can still taste that Block 15 bitterness on my palate right now.
Yeah, it's because they use mostly like those hop oils versus actual hops. So I think those things are they stick
should-
around a bit.
I guarantee you that on their own they have tried replacing those hop oils with THC oil. I guarantee you on stuff that they haven't sold. Guaranteed.
We got to get some to Sean immediately. He wants to try it.
I just want to say I have a gift for beef.
Oh.
Yeah. This is for beef. You can drink
Should
it on
I-
air. You can save it. It's whatever you want to
I'm
do.
so glad you're
Should-
the only
should I
one to
at
get a
least show?
gift. Jeez.
Should I open it now?
Oh, yeah. I want you
Or
to
the
open it
show?
because this is all for you, man. And
Let's
you-
do it.
you
So
can-
is it
we-
2 years old?
Listen,
You can drink
Listen,
it now.
whatever it
We
is-
can drink it now.
Whatever it is, we're cracking it right now.
Oh.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, it looks like it is a
Vortex.
vortex,
Uh-huh.
Oh, how
Check.
old is it?
and it is from.
Is this in your mom's fridge?
Sure is.
It says to beware the flying monkeys,
Uh-huh.
and it is from 6
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
20
Yeah.
20.
So it's
Oh my, 3 years old?
3 years old.
3-year-old Vortex
We have-
from Fort George.
I mean, I don't know if it's cold, but
It's up to beef.
Oh,
his-
it's that's ice
it's
cold.
ice
oh,
cold.
you can
I
hold
think
on to it.
I think it needs another month. Guys.
Okay, good call. Good call. You know what? I just got a little excited and I blew my load there a little too
Yeah.
quickly. And you're right.
Oh,
you're right.
Do we need to?
And then-
open
and
it
then-
No,
again?
we don't. I
And
don't
you
think
realize
so.
we have nothing to pour it out into once we realize we don't.
Yeah,
have
we
to
Oh,
finish
dump
I'm
it.
Cramping.
I just thought you were massaging one of them man boobs that's in here.
Down here?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Aw.
So my mom always wants to have beer in the fridge in case beer people come over, and I go, Mom, don't ever buy IPA. Don't ever get. You can get
No.
pilsners.
What are you talking about? Jim could come over
Yeah,
again.
I can come
What do
over
you
years
mean?
later and
Yeah.
finish it off.
But I try to tell her get pilsners and lagers if you're going to buy any craft beer for guests that never come. So I was down at the beach house this past week, and I opened up the fridge in the garage, and I saw a 4-pack of Vortex. I'm like, oh, this will
Oh
be
my
fun.
goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I flipped it over. I'm like, oh,
Did you open
beef.
one just to see?
I sure did.
You didn't.
I sure didn't.
The 4-pack. You could have done it.
Nope. Didn't want to ruin my mouth.
Well, I mean, in her defense, the last time we all went down there was in 2020
That's probably when
for
she
Festival
bought
of the Dark Arts.
Yeah.
And then like she bought it like right after that,
it. Yeah.
or a couple months after
Or
that.
for that, she probably bought it
yeah.
for us.
Well, that was 6/20, right? 6/20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, June 2020. So it
Yep.
was like a few months after we were there.
Oh, that
right
was
during
like,
the pandemic.
Oh, that was like the first pandemic brew.
Aw, wasn't that sweet? Aw.
Well, now that means something.
Oh, Beef's opening his mystery beer.
Is it time?
We're flying through the mystery beers. Let's talk.
They're IPA and it's warm. I mean, it's going down pretty easy.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Well, spoiler alert, fellas.
Oh, so you brought a side by side and then we got a BA as well. So
Yeah.
side by side, BA and BA.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to look at the form factor of the bottle, but it's too late. I already saw it.
The form factor of the bottle.
Yeah.
Form factor.
I don't even know what that means. What you just said.
I don't either.
Thank you.
Now, I know I said there was no
Bee-whiz.
foreskin
I know what this is.
in this room,
Already off the nose, one sniff. You know what it is.
but there's some foreskin on my beer.
There's foreskin, and then there's like the Frankenstein version of foreskin, which is what you have there. You took the foreskin from 5 other people and put it on.
That's a
that
7
thing.
skin, not a foreskin.
That's right.
So
Hello.
I know what. I think I know what the base is of this,
Really?
but I don't know if I can detect the variant.
Wow.
It's gigantic.
What? Really?
It's either their massive, or their what's their Russian one? Biggest imperial
most
Russian.
This is
Premium.
not a stout. This is a barley wine.
Yeah, look at the color.
So that would be massive. Isn't massive a barley wine?
I'll tell you what, it doesn't
Massive
smell
is a
bad.
barley wine.
Yeah. So this is their massive, but I can't tell you what the variant is. Because I
Oh,
just
that's
had
pretty
this.
tasty.
Oh, really?
Is this the rye?
This is not.
It's not the rye.
It is
okay.
not.
That's good.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
it
enjoying
is.
this.
There's a bunch of
God, I'm probably gonna be completely wrong, but
There's a bunch of like.
I'm so confident in my guess.
You are. You're very confident.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay, so yeah. This is
that
gonna
means
make
I'm
me
wrong.
This is just gonna make us look stupid because it does taste good. There's like a bunch of dried fruit, like raisin.
This
ton
is
of
called
raisin,
you're a dumbass.
brown sugar.
Yeah, I'm getting the brown sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You don't get the raisin? Oh, you will get
Is
the
it
raisin.
brown
I
sugar?
hate the raisin. I try not to get the raisin.
Fucking hate raisins.
It's goddamn brown sugar.
Figs,
If I think hard enough, I won't get the raisin.
candy sugar.
Damn it, there's the raisin.
There's that damn raisin.
I'm sticking with
it's
my
just
guess.
like it's just your standard
But that's
BA barley wine is
really,
what I'm getting.
Yeah, it is. But it's
Yeah.
smooth. It's good
I don't know why I'm saying these things.
because that's what we're saying. It is what. That's what it
You're
is.
just agreeing.
I'm
with us.
just repeating. There we go.
Now,
I'm sticking with my massive.
I'm gonna go. So yeah, but I don't want to like him. I don't want to influence him. But there's bread in this. There's definitely some bread. Maybe some black raspberries.
Black raspberry. Some
None of
vanilla.
that. Yeah.
Not vanilla bean. Vanillin.
Vanilla and
Vanillin.
Georgia toenail clippings.
Some boiled nuts.
it's always boiled nuts, boys.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I want to try that boiled nuts. You know who I'm talking about. There's a guy that makes boiled nuts, and he sells them at all the tap houses.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
He has his
Yeah.
own truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to.
He's got a boiled nuts truck.
I've communicated with this guy.
It's a thing in the southeast. to
Yeah,
have
it's
boiled
huge.
peanuts.
Yeah, boiled peanuts is like a thing.
Like here, how we have like the fruit vendors on TV Highway.
yeah.
They'll have like that same type of thing, but it's boiled peanuts.
And they're supposed to be way better.
So instead of tacos, you get boiled nuts.
well, instead of
what
roasted
you're saying?
nuts, you get boiled nuts.
We win. I'm sorry, fellas. We win. The South loses. We win. Tacos versus
I've
boiled
never
nuts.
had them either. But
I've heard they're delicious.
But,
Oh, I'm sure
but
they're
my-
great.
my
They're
wife's
not
dad-
fucking tacos.
My wife's dad is
Okay?
from the South and swears by them, and she does too. So
you ain't got no tacos.
Oh, I
so one of these times, it's gonna happen.
yeah, I've communicated with the guy, and he wants to meet us and like have us try
Look,
his nuts.
Portland
saying-
Nut Club podcast.
You put a
Nut club.
nut truck next to a taco truck, and I'll tell you who wins.
I'm gonna sprinkle those nuts on my tacos.
Oh no, you're not.
Hey, dude, when I was down in Mexico, not this last time, but the time before,
The boiled peanuts were amazing.
They were
sprinkling
authentic. They were authentic. You can't get that shit up here.
Fried
Those are all
crickets.
American nuts.
sprinkled fried crickets over my taco, and it was one of the best things I've ever had in my
Oh,
life.
probably like a
Fried
nice
crickets
texture.
would probably
No, the
be
texture
pretty
thing
good.
was
Yeah.
probably cool, right?
Limey, just this citrusy flavor. It was
Do you
so
like
good.
the texture too, or
Yep.
no?
Oh yeah, I can sit in bags of fried crickets. It's so good. So I'd put boiled nuts
Do
on
you
my
like
tacos.
potato chips on your burger, like crispy things,
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff?
Cheetos.
Yeah, or like fries.
Flaming hot Cheetos on my burger.
Yeah.
Or like fries in a euro or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What was the big ass
Big ass
sandwiches?
sandwich. Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing.
No,
Did you
R.I.P.
ever a big ass
Were you
sandwich?
ever here for that?
I did go there once.
Yeah?
But
Brian
I
and Lisa. Yeah.
But I got the black bean burger. Yeah, it was
what?
dumb. Yeah,
What
I know.
in
It
the-
was black
what
bean
the
burger,
hell?
but black bean patty.
Oh, okay.
Black bean patty.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
But I still
I went down there one
what?
time. I went down there one time when I was trying to like cut carbs, and I said, "Is there any way I can get one with just without the fries?" And she's like, "No." I was like, "I'll pay you the same amount of money." And she said, "Nope, we don't."
We don't do that.
I'm like, "Okay, you would have made some money here, but whatever."
So have you guys
And
ever?
now they're closed.
So speaking of fries on sandwiches, have you guys ever heard of Are You Hungry? The letter R, letter U, Hungry.
No.
I think it was more of an East Coast chain, but you would get a hoagie roll, and there would be 2 mozzarella sticks, 2 chicken fingers, and some fries on it.
Yeah,
No.
I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, say it all again.
I've heard of this. I think I've seen it on a
Mozzarella
food-
sticks,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
chicken fingers,
Yep.
and then fries. And they also had like sauces,
There's-
and there were a couple other fried things that you could put on this bun, but it was all just fried food.
And it came with a side
on
of
a bun.
metformin.
Oh yeah.
Came with a side of. Oh my God! They sold cigarettes there.
Yeah.
That's right. They
You would
sold
need to
cigarettes
smoke
there.
one after you were done with it.
Oh,
Had a-
yeah.
Yeah,
Had
that'd be
a
a Climax
Marlboro
City.
like
rolled
that.
Yeah.
rolled in there. And
I think
Marblights.
I don't know if I'm right about this,
College
but I
now.
feel like there was an eating challenge for that, and Man vs.
Yes.
Food did it.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw a Man vs. Food episode
yeah,
on that.
Yeah,
and
he
it
went
was
to Rutgers. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
one at Rutgers,
Yeah,
one at
yeah,
Penn State,
exactly.
one in West Virginia.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
remember what how many
What
he had to
exactly it
eat,
was.
but-
Look what
or how
happened to his
big it was,
cholesterol
but it
level.
was
He's off the
definitely
air.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 God, I can't wait for the Oregon Ducks versus Rutgers game. Can you guys?
Is that real?
Big Ten, baby.
We're going to the Big Ten.
Oh, right.
U of O, baby. Rutgers, Big Ten. Let's
You
do
serious,
this.
Clark?
Yeah, I don't even know. What are the Rutgers? What's the Rutgers?
Scarlet Knights.
Scarlet. Yeah, I can't
on.
wait. Ducks versus Scarlet Knights, man.
Piscataway, New Jersey. Get out of here.
Look,
Christopher was just asking you about New Jersey.
Right? Yeah. I know more than I thought I did.
Oh, man.
okay, so this beer.
So mystery
Yeah.
beer.
Let's guess the mystery beer.
still-
I'm sticking,
you're still
I'm sticking with
going
massive.
massive?
Barrel-aged massive.
Gigantic, massive,
It's not
massive.
one of their
gigantic.
variants, but I can't detect the... I thought rye, but you said no. So
What do you think, Marcus?
It's got to be. I'm not getting. It's got to be barrel aged. I'm gonna go bourbon because it's like caramel, brown sugar. It's really smooth. I don't recognize it.
Wait, cognac.
Is that your guess?
I don't think it's
That's your
cognac.
final guess?
Yeah.
I'm not getting any grape-like things to the. Yeah, I don't think it's cognac. I think it's bourbon. It's cognac, you son of a bitch.
I was right.
Cognac
Fucking
massive.
Massive
Wow.
cognac from
You
2019.
called it, dude.
Ding.
I should have.
Nicely
I should have asked
done.
you what year it was. I should have
year
asked
is
you
it?
what year.
Who
19.
cares? He nailed
Oh,
it. That was
okay.
good.
Yeah.
That's 4 years old. Okay.
Yeah, dude. You know your extra foreskin beers. That's what I'm.
I'm big into my foreskins, and I know 5 skins too.
I got all. There's a
all
7 skin
skins.
beer, and I nailed that too. You know.
Oh my god.
Nicely done,
Fucking
Sean.
right on the head. Damn.
I know.
Yeah.
I know my massives. I was massive.
I don't. I've only had massive like a couple of times, so there's no way.
I feel
How
like
did you
this is
know
the-
it was massive?
I buy that almost every year, and I tend to get most of the variants. Just
really? So, you
yeah,
like it quite
I'm
a bit
familiar with,
since you
well,
buy it all the time.
Yeah, it's a good winter beer. I mean,
All of the bitterness that they put into this beer
Is gone.
Is totally gone.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
fantastic.
This is like not going to get any better than it is right now.
Nope.
It's good. Yeah, really like this.
yeah, that was delicious.
Refillable bottle?
Oh.
Snap.
That means you have to go back to gigantic.
Yeah, I'll just give it
massive.
Refillable bottle. Return this bottle to your local bottle drop.
Yeah.
Well, what else do you do with bottles?
Throw them away.
Eat them.
Just throw them at people.
Return this bottle to customer service at participating realtors. Realtors?
Yeah.
Retailers.
I'm going to. I'm going to take it to try Double Mountain when I get pizza the next time.
So I got a question for both of
Look,
you,
Captain?
and I think I've heard from Marcus on this.
No, you just give them the bottle back and then they can reuse it.
Oh, they take and use
They
it.
wash it and
Oh,
clean it.
I
and-
see. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's,
gotcha.
it's
Like
it's
when
that.
you give me a bottle of your stuff, I give
Well,
it
it
back
says
to you.
refillable, so that's what I was like, oh, they're going to fill it for you?
like a
Or-
growler.
Yeah, I'm like, they're going to cap this thing? They
Careful,
gotta-
guys. That's 128 ounces.
I mean, I can cap this thing for you. I got a capper. I'm sure Double
I
Mountain
got
has
a
one.
capper.
Oh, that'd be great. Just
So
Filled up with
question
draft and-
for both of you, and Marcus, I think you told me, but I want to hear it. And this isn't like a.
I refuse to tell you a second time.
got you.
I'm
I just
not
want,
going
like,
to tell you a second time.
What'd you guys think of that hot sauce I gave you guys?
is this
Oh.
a gotcha question?
No.
It's spicy.
Too spicy for you?
No.
Not for you,
Love
Marcus.
it.
Borderline.
Yeah.
Borderline.
It's that and Secret Aardvark are probably my 2 favorites now.
It's spicier than Secret Aardvark.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
it's
Sure.
definitely hotter
Definitely.
than Secret Aardvark.
Yeah.
And it's the La Mer Dinamate or whatever from. I get it down in Cabo, and I buy bottles of it every time I go down there.
Habanero for sure.
You know what I've
Yeah.
done with it too?
What?
Mix it with some ranch.
Oh yeah,
It's
that'd be-
fantastic.
I bet.
Oh. 2 or 3 parts sour cream, 1 part mayo.
That would work too, yep.
1 part mayo, couple drops of the hot sauce, 1 clove of garlic grated into it.
Did you do this?
Fresh garlic or roasted?
Fresh
Fresh.
garlic.
Oh my god.
And,
Best
and what do you
dipping
use?
sauce you'll ever-
Just chips.
Quesadillas.
Anything.
Yeah, anything.
Dipping sauce. Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Chips,
Huh.
veggies,
Interesting.
Hey, I know you go to the Beaverton Farmers Market
fresh
from time to
grated
time.
garlic.
How do
Hot
you know
ginger.
that?
I just know things. Hot Mama salsa.
Oh, it's great.
It's fantastic, but you know what's even better?
What?
They're chips that they sell at their stand.
Oh,
They're
really?
They are the most authentic thing I've seen to the chips we get down when we go down to Mexico. They're the closest thing to the chips down there that I've ever had, and they're so good.
I've discovered Hot Mama salsa in the last couple of months.
Did you get the garlic one?
They're all good.
They're
all
all
of
good,
them are
but-
good.
But that garlic
The
one.
garlic one's fantastic. I really like the Chipotle one too.
Yeah?
It's really good.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're good.
The lime jalapeno one's good.
Yes.
It's not my favorite, but it's still good.
They're all
They're all
good.
different
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
but they're at the Beaverton Farmers Market too. You can get them at New Seasons and stuff.
Yep.
But I don't think you can find the chips anywhere other than the market.
I haven't seen them.
So really, really good.
I'll have to check it out.
Sorry, Jason. We had to throw a sorry, Jason in every
Oh yeah,
episode.
we've been talking about food a bit.
Yeah, a lot of not beer talk here going on.
So if you can find the Cognac 2019 version of Massive,
it's really good.
it goes really well with Hot Mama salsa. Just do that.
Honestly,
It's gonna be great.
They do have a lot of vintages down there. So
Oh, at Gigantic?
at Gigantic,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you actually went to Gigantic to get that?
I mean, I did in 2019, yes.
Oh.
But I was there just earlier this year and looking.
Did you
at
get
their
it in
cooler,
2019 or 2020? Because that comes out when?
like November.
I was just thinking like you and Sean's mom bought Vortex at about the same time.
Oh my God, that's so true. Oh, within just a couple months.
Yeah, really close.
Oh
It's
my
not
God,
far
that
off.
Vortex is gonna be
I
amazing.
think they have some current bottles of this at New Seasons right now on their specialty
And I'm
shelf.
just saying, if you take a little bit of cognac and drop it, like top it off on that Vortex when you pour it out, it could be close to Massive.
You mean pour them both into the drain at the same time?
Exactly.
a double drain pour.
DDP.
So we're out of mystery beers. I'm gonna pull something out of my bag.
Now,
Oh
do
my.
you want to do that, or do you want to do the side by side?
I want to do the side by side.
Side by sides. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Forgot.
You want to talk about that?
We were gonna do this
What we
last
got?
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I?
We didn't
bring
talk
that
about
up
it.
on the show?
No, we just decided like
We got too late into the show and we just killed
All
the
right.
idea.
So, Firestone Walker's anniversary beer. I got their 23rd, which
That's
I
like-
don't. 3 or 4 years
it's a
old now.
while a while ago.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
was
number of
like the
years. Here, I'll look
second
it up.
year. It
I
was
got
like the second year they started doing the 12-ounce bottles, and I got 2 of them just for S's and G's. Normally I drink one right away and then wait a couple of years and drink one. But
2019.
2019. So
4 years
apparently
ago.
I had a lot of money in 2019.
God, I wish
Or
I
at
knew
least
you
like
then.
$30, right?
Wish I
had
knew you then.
$30.
Wait, I did know you then.
And so I got these 2, and I immediately put one into my beer fridge, which I think is set at like 38 or 40, maybe a little bit warmer than that. And then I put one upstairs in our master closet.
Yeah.
So it
So
was
it's
like
temperature swings.
Yeah, like roughly around 70 degrees at
Can
the
I
highest.
interject something real
Please.
quick? I don't want to know which one's which.
Okay.
Don't tell me which one is which.
Okay.
How do you?
I wanna
know
try
which
it
one
blind.
is which?
I
you marked them.
I marked them. I had them in
Like
had them
yeah, we have
separated
2
enough,
glasses
but
and just like put the choose whatever you want, but yeah. I would actually
Here.
like to taste them like blind.
that's a good call. I wish I could do that. Carrie,
Sharon.
let's go. Let's go with this one.
Anyways, so this is cool. So this is a difference between the same 2 beers bought at the same time but stored differently. Right?
Correct.
And they're not IPAs. They're actually meant to be aged.
Right.
Right. Cool.
I may have this actual bottle in my fridge down in the garage.
I might have it as well. I probably not actually. I think I stopped buying this beer around that time.
Yeah.
I was looking in my fridge and I have 2 more vintages of this. I'm so happy.
I just realized
Oh, did you have it recently and it's been good?
This one, no.
Okay.
No, I haven't had any of them recently, but it's just
Okay.
it's always been a favorite.
It's always been good.
It's always been a favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
of
No,
mine.
I expect this to be. Well, I expect the one that was stored well to be good, but maybe the one that wasn't stored well will be better. Who knows? That's why I'm curious.
I just discovered that I have a
there's one.
2014 Doggy Claws in my beer fridge.
That's just getting good.
I looked at that today and I was like, should I bring one of these? Because I've got some that are like 10 years old and
Yeah.
like probably still too young.
You gotta wait till all the carbonation's gone.
Oh yeah, and all the
till they're
hops
18.
have died. The hops on those are just
Smells good,
silly.
whatever this is.
Well, it's
Whatever
it's
this
the
is.
anniversary.
No, but I mean, whatever. I
23.
don't know if it's the closet or if it's the fridge.
Here's the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna smell both first and decide, and judge them harshly.
Please do.
Sean
So
already
I poured
knows.
the-
Well, here's the deal, and I don't know. We didn't rinse these little glasses, so
Oh, I am getting some.
dust.
Yeah.
Dust?
Yeah.
Where did you
Dust.
get these out of? The locked cabinet or
Yeah.
the pull cabinet?
The locked cabinet.
Okay, so these aren't clean.
Oh wow, that
Should
is
we-
very different in
Should,
nose.
should we rinse dump this and rinse them?
Well, dump it into what? I mean,
I don't.
Just swirl the glass really well to get the dust incorporated into the beer, and then you'll get a good nose.
Just put it up to your mouth and then spin the glass 360 degrees. And
Just give it a few
I didn't know.
swirls.
I would have
getting
told you
better
which
the more you
glasses they
swirl
get.
it.
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, that's my bad. Huh. That's better after
Yeah, that's what I'm
swishing
saying.
around.
Swirl it around a bit.
Yeah.
It'll get better.
Okay.
All right, which one do I try first?
I'm just off the top of my head.
I tried the little glass first.
Okay, I'm gonna try that first.
I'm gonna
It's
say the
fucking
large
chocolatey.
glass. I'm gonna say the large glass. Oh, let me taste it. I'll try the small one first too. Then.
Okay, I'm picking up some. I mean, chocolatey. Yes, it's a bit oxidized.
Yeah, I was gonna say the small.
In the big glass or the little glass?
Small.
Small glass.
Small glass is the closet.
You're guessing off one taste.
Off that one taste.
That one
I gotta
taste.
taste the big glass
All
first.
right.
But that's my initial hit.
All right.
That's my initial hit.
So the big glass came out of the closet.
Now
Lots
I don't.
of dead air.
This is what editing's for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I smack enough, then there won't be dead air.
Boy.
You know, they're not far off on flavor.
They're really not. I feel like I got more chocolate from the.
I feel like the
from
same
little
thing.
Glass.
I'm just gonna say the same thing. I think there's a little more flavor out of the small glass, actually.
Actually, I'm reversing it.
A
Just
little more
because
chocolate.
The,
Yeah, I agree with that.
The small
A little more
glass
bourbon,
seems
maybe?
more.
Mm-hmm.
Small glass seems more carbonated.
Well,
which
if
would
you look
maybe-
at my big glass and small glass, I would say the opposite
Well,
is
what
true.
did you switch the hardest though?
Oh man, I swish everything hard. Too hard, some would say.
I would say that.
I give everything a big ol' SJ swirl job.
There's just ropes. They're just throwing ropes.
Like the
everywhere.
walls in my house are covered.
Large glass is the
swirl
closet.
jobbage.
Yeah, just red wine.
Swirl
bourbon
jobbage
all
everywhere.
over
Yep.
the wall.
There's just like there's Topo Chico everywhere on my walls.
Chico and lime.
Oh man, I went through those 2 cases in like 3 days. Yeah,
Topo
so
Chico.
Oh my
good.
god,
Yeah.
you
I
have
can
problems.
It wasn't that much, but it
I
was.
can. Do you guys
yeah.
want our hard Topo Chicos that we have?
No, not
We
really.
have them.
Yeah, after how you said they were so amazing, yeah, I'd love
Okay,
to
I'll
have
give them
them.
to you.
Is there anything else you don't want that you want us to have?
Are there any other old alcohol you have here? that
You
don't
got those
want?
3 other Vortex sitting around?
I've got some expired condoms if you want them.
There we go. Yeah,
Oh,
now we're
excellent.
talking.
Now, yeah.
Okay, my final guess is the large glass is the closet. I switched. Small glass is the fridge. That's my guess. See who agrees with me and who disagrees with me. Well,
I can't.
it's just up to Marcus, really.
Yeah.
What's interesting is how little difference there is.
Yeah,
It's close.
it's close.
I prefer the small glass.
I have-
Whatever it is, I'm going to say I prefer the small glass.
I have good climate control in my house. What can I say?
Not in. How long have you been in that house? When did we move you in?
4 years.
Oh, so the whole time it's been in that closet up there. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
It was It was right after we got the house. Damn.
You know what it is? There's not a lot of oxygen in there because there's so many plants, and they just. Anyways,
I
go
thought plants make
Yeah,
oxygen.
they do.
You're backwards, man.
It's all my hot air.
ahead. Yeah, that's it. Whatever.
It's from your kitty.
You're right.
Oh my god. That lady. I love her. All right.
But that's why the one in the small glass is more carbonated because there's a lot of CO2. Never mind.
All right. So, you want to know?
Yeah.
Are we doing
No,
this?
I don't want to know.
Small glass.
Let's move
is
on.
the
Okay, that was a good.
fridge.
That was a
All
good
right,
segment.
So it's
Move on.
2019.
Gigantic,
So-
Gigantic, massive.
cognac.
And the other one was Peach,
Peach
Punch
Punch.
2023.
Wow, they look so similar.
This is a show of mystery, people.
All right. So the big glass
Uh-huh.
was the closet.
I called it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You did.
All right.
Small glass was the fridge.
Okay. So the fridge was a little better.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more carbonated.
So there,
but
so
it was
there you go,
close.
listeners. Put your beer in the goddamn fridge.
Once
Put your
you-
beer in
once
the
you get
fridge
past
and it'll
the
be
dusty-
slightly better than if you
years later.
don't. 4 years later. But if you wait 5 years, who knows?
There's nothing wrong with the closet one.
No, not at all.
No.
I should have left it outside.
And that's the one you said, Marcus.
Just
was,
put it in the garage.
116.
A garage. Just the garage would work.
Marcus, you said that the closet one was the oxidized one,
Uh,
or the fridge
little-
one.
I think they both have a little oxidation.
They certainly do.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I think that the one that was stored properly,
Bye-bye.
has just the flavors punch more. There's more of everything. There's a little more bourbon. There's a little more chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna notice no difference with that.
Nope.
He just cuvées them.
Yep.
Cuvée. So it's like it is a little bit better, but it's like what, like 15%, 20% maybe at most.
If you gave me one of these,
It's not crazy difference.
If you gave me one of these, gave me a beer in between, and said you handed me the same thing again, I would.
You would
believe
know.
you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not far off, but side by side,
That's probably the most
it's definitely a
surprising
little better.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I expected a bigger difference.
Me too.
But it could also be like style wise.
This is one that would take longer to show a difference.
Yeah, this is a blend of a whole bunch of different beers versus just like a single stout or a single barley wine. This has like probably what 6-7 beers in it.
Easy. There's an old vortex in there, Jim.
Yeah.
He's rifling through his bag like a madman.
It's like what's that? MacGruber.
We got to get out of here, Big Gruber. Okay, let me just.
God, they made that into a fucking movie.
Would you guys
Twice,
believe?
didn't they?
Would you guys believe I haven't seen that?
I haven't either. I just know
I
about
haven't
it.
either.
All right.
Except I just know it from Saturday Night Live.
Right.
The skit?
Yeah.
The 500 skits that they did.
That's a cool experiment, though. At least with like that beer. I mean, it really didn't. There's a difference, but it's not significant.
Do you have any more of that peach punch? You should try that with those.
I don't. We drink it all.
Damn it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
We do have some homebrew.
Next show, I've got one beer in our toilet tank that I've been waiting to. No, never mind. I won't do that on the show.
Why do you have a toilet tank?
Everybody has a toilet tank.
What is that? What
The
is a
tank
toilet?
behind
The
your
top
toilet?
of your
Yeah,
toilet?
septic tank?
No, the tank behind your toilet.
Oh,
where
I've
you
got a
get the
septic
flushes.
tank, my friend.
How
I
do
got
you
way
flush your
better.
toilet?
Got way better beer in there.
I've seen.
Way better beer.
Talk about mixed culture.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's right.
Woo!
All right, we'll bring out my toilet and your septic tank beers.
Talk about a cuvee, huh, fellas? Come on.
That's called a poupe.
That's right.
Talk about
Oh
murky
my
pond
God.
water.
We still have things to talk about. Brewhouse is opening a brewing tap room. Who the hell posted that news?
I did.
Who the hell is Brewhouse?
What? Brewhouse.
Brewhouse. We had that in the last show.
The beer. So yeah, I brought it up because it's the pastry stout that we had in the last show, which was very delicious.
That was good. Yeah.
And so he's been contract kind of brewing outside of like Great Notion and what was the other brewery?
I thought it was. I don't know. We was talking about Great Notion last time. I thought
It was shoot, it's in here somewhere. Living House.
Oh, okay.
He contract brews out of those, but the one we had was brewed out of Great Notion because they bottled it and it had their name on it. Anyways, he has bought the old Hammer and Stitch.
Oh, right. We talked
Nice.
about that last show. I think that they closed.
So
Oh,
he,
yeah, just
he
there and
found
gone.
he found some
Huh?
finance or
There and gone.
yeah.
Hammer and Stitch. Yeah.
I
He
wanted to
found
try
a-
that place. I felt bad.
Yeah, right. But they're actually over by Great Notion Northwest.
Northwest, yeah.
But they, I guess
See if
they
I can
just,
finish your sentence more often here.
I think you should.
I should.
And so, what I'm saying is, oh, now
Oh,
it goes
Nana's
silent.
good.
Yeah, great.
Purple. Purple.
I love
Definitely
Brett.
purple.
Oh, nothing.
I will
huh?
not say that
Nothing.
word.
Okay.
I hate Brett's. All their names.
So yeah, he
Michaels.
along with a couple of investors are buying Hammer and Stitch, and
George
they're
Hart.
stylizing it into a cult styled brew pub.
Colt.
A cult.
Oh, cold.
OCCULT. A cult.
Uh-huh.
Like Festival of
Wiccan.
Dark Arts.
Yeah, yeah. I
We
know.
Crunchy. It's gonna be
Why
crunchy.
are you talking to me like I'm dumb? I've heard the word before.
Because
you
you're like
look
looking at me like
confused.
you're lost.
Yeah, a Kolsch.
I know.
A Kolsch brew?
A Kolsch Brewing. They're
At
gonna have
Kolsch
Kolsch Fest next year at this place.
A Kolsch. Jesus.
All right, I
Kolsch they
might
are.
go to an occult Kolsch Fest. I would.
That's such a great shirt.
I would check that out.
A Colt Kolsch.
I'm gonna
Just
be.
in that like metal band font that you just can't read.
Right.
Yeah.
Death metal
Like
font.
bleeding white lettering on a black shirt.
I'm a
Yeah.
little worried that they would like try to save you there at an occult Kolsch Fest. There's too much dark and light in that one for me.
Well, you'd have your stouts, and then you'd have your Kolsch on the other side, and then there'd just be a battle at the end of the night.
Gotcha. Okay.
I bet the Kolsch people would win because they're not as drunk.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there would be.
Just put on some goth music and they'll all pass out.
Yeah,
little Robert Smith.
Anyhow,
Back to Marcus.
What were you talking about?
Back to Brewhouse. They're actually going to have a brick and mortar place, and they're going to actually be able to produce a significantly larger amount of beer. So we'll get to try their stuff much more frequently. And he's going to focus again on IPAs and stouts and barrel-aged stouts.
Based on that stout we had last time, I had to have no idea what one of their IPAs might taste like.
He makes a lot of double and triple IPAs, hazy IPAs.
Okay.
But he says he's going to make some West Coast. He's Mexican, so he says he wants to make some Mexican lagers as well, and that's
nice.
kind of where they're gonna play in that field. So it'll be next 2024 until they're open, because there's a lot of renovation and whatnot.
And the writer's strike and the actor's strike. I mean, it's affecting everything right now.
For sure, the occult has been hit the hardest by that. Yeah,
Gotta make sure you have a good story. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm curious, and I'm excited to see what they come up with, and go and try their beers, and go visit them, which will be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So is he going to start brewing now, but he's just not going to open for a while?
The brew house is intact, so yeah, I bet you he's going to start brewing and start barrel aging stuff and things like that.
This is all speculation.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's what we're good at.
I can speculate all day.
Yeah, I got ideas.
Let's speculate
I
on
got thoughts.
Let's speculate on a Kolsch, boys.
Oh my god.
Kill it all.
But yeah, anyway, so it's cool. They've got a lot of hype, and I mean, from the one beer we've tried, deservedly so, it was very good. So yeah, I'm curious to see what he comes up with. So.
All right, sweet.
So Great Notion has competition.
Oh,
that's what I'm hearing.
I think Great Notion has been passed at this point, right? It's already happened. Let's call it first.
Who's past Great Notion?
Who passed them?
For what they do?
The occult.
The occult.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because they've been hexed. They just need to find the reverse hex.
A Kolsch. Yeah.
Of course they will.
They just need to brew a Kolsch, and then everything will be right in the world.
Pretty much. So yeah, anyways, that's the
God.
news.
All right. Well, who posted about pickleball? Because I want to hear all about the mirepoix of pickleball. Fun.
Mirepoix.
You guys like pickleball?
Never played it.
Really?
Our
fastest growing sport in America.
Our former mutual friend was in my office today telling me about how he's playing pickleball last night. I have a friend down in Gearhart who plays pickleball with one of my other old friends, who Elizabeth. Elizabeth and Gary, yeah. She plays pickleball with my old buddy in the Gearhart pickleball courts.
Yeah.
It's a huge rising sport.
So
it's like tennis for seniors. If you're not a senior, don't play this fucking sport.
I play pickleball.
When have you played pickleball?
Are you a senior?
Maybe.
Maybe
I am.
Played
You
pickleball?
are now a senior.
So my neighbor,
I played it in high school.
My neighbor a couple months ago invited me to go play pickleball, which I had no idea what
Where
pickleball was.
did you go play pickleball?
So we have another neighbor who's relatively nearby.
That shoots dogs.
No.
Different neighbor.
No, different neighbor. Definitely not that neighbor. That neighbor.
That would make a fun pickleball experience.
Shooting dogs while you're playing pickleball?
Well, gun shooting at you. I'm assuming he just shoots all things.
No, I think a fun pickleball experience would be hitting that neighbor and trying to kill him
with the wiffle ball.
With the pickleballs, yeah, because that would take a long time, and he deserves it for shooting dogs.
Isn't a pickleball basically a wiffle ball?
You're alluding to a story that nobody knows about, but you and I.
Oh, okay, sorry. Thought we talked about
I know.
this.
You know about the neighbor who?
Yeah, we talked about it on
when Brew Day.
We talked about it on Brew Day.
Anyways. So pickleball, getting back to that, I have a neighbor who has an indoor court, and then my next door neighbor.
Your neighbor has
Of
his
course.
own pickleball court?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. And then my next door neighbor has an outdoor pickleball court that he just built, and it cost him $50,000 to do it.
He spent $50,000 to build his own pickleball court.
So
correct.
was the indoor court first built as a pickleball court, or was it like
it was a shop
racquetball?
It was a shop.
Okay.
And then he turned it,
and then they just painted lines on the concrete.
No. He refinished the surface and
shit.
He made it into an official pickleball
Who
indoor.
does he play
put
with?
air conditioning in there so he could play in the summertime and not get too hot.
Who does
My
he play
God.
with all the time?
These guys are, by the way, you mentioned retired. These guys are retired. Just so you know.
Yeah, so is my friend in Gearhart.
Yeah, so they invited me to
then
play.
yes,
And my
they
friend
should be
from
playing.
Seaside.
So I started playing with them. I play once a week now.
You should have to play on a tennis-sized court.
I play with a tennis racket. Does that matter?
So is
Probably that's 3 times the size.
is this a combination of tennis
and ping pong.
And ping pong.
ping pong?
That's it.
Nope.
And
That's
wiffle
done.
ball.
No.
Because it's a wiffle ball, basically.
I guess vaguely.
Sorta,
yeah,
I guess,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, if you want to
And
say
racquetball.
Yeah, it's tennis for old people. That's a good way to
Yeah.
put it. Like
Yeah, it
you don't have to
totally is.
move nearly as fast. I mean, elite level pickleball players are all young because you actually have to be somewhat athletic.
Because our former
But-
mutual friend told me that like he was playing it last night and he said there was a lady.
Just say his name. I don't care.
I'm not saying his name.
John,
Okay.
Bob,
And
You guys are friends, by the way.
Peyton,
but he was telling
Tim.
Yeah.
Tim.
Johnny.
Tim, my name is Tim. He was saying he was playing last night, and like there was an old lady on the court, and she was just beating the shit out of the ball every time it came near her. And she's like, "I'm just thinking of my children every time I hit this ball."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
She said it's a great way to get your anxiety and your frustrations out.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
So
when
is
I'm playing
kickboxing. Krav Maga.
Sport of the future.
Krav Maga. Yes.
Nut shot.
That's-
Nut shot.
Yeah.
Nut shot.
So, what does pickleball have to do with beer?
At any rate, so there's
that's
a.
right.
Is this a sorry
Is this
Jason
beer?
story?
This is
Oh,
not.
yeah, this is
not.
already
Okay,
sorry,
This is
Jason.
actually well, it's all been sorry, Jason, so far. But the
He wants more Firestone.
point is,
I gotta go to IPA after this. I've had enough. It's good, but it's just Oh, I've got a whole bag, dude.
okay, well, I got a growler,
Oh, we
so
got
if you
probably
want
kill
it,
your growler,
you
yeah.
don't have to, but I'm just putting it there if you want it. Anyways, no, there's a place called the People's Court in Portland that is a indoor-outdoor venue that has a bunch of pickleball courts, but also bocce ball, ping pong, cornhole.
See,
a
bocce ball, that's a
nine-hole
sport.
disc
That's a
golf putting
sport.
course.
Oh my God, these are. This is the whitest place I've ever.
Dude, it's Portland. What the fuck are you talking about? It's of course
Portland's
it's
the
white.
whitest city. I mean, come
I
on.
know.
It's at the old AMF bowling alley in Portland, which I don't know exactly where that is. But anyways, the main thing about that is that it's beer related. Is that they have like 20 taps as well, so you can get a beer. You can go play pickleball, bocce ball.
What do they have to eat?
Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm glad you asked. So they also
Pickles.
They have pickles and balls. I hope you're
Pickles
you're
and
hungry.
hush puppies.
They
I'd be
have
okay with that.
They have a place called the Parlor, which is a pizzeria from Brian Spangler, who is the creator of a Pizza Shoals.
There, I was gonna say, I knew that
Oh
name.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they also have
Is it better than Pietro's though?
Pietro's.
Yeah, Pietro's Pizza.
That's
Probably
a good
not.
question. That's a great question.
The kids' play place.
Pietros.
There's also
With the curly pepperonis.
the
I've never
guy.
been.
So the
What's wrong with you?
Nate Tilden,
East
the
Coaster.
owner of the late great Clyde Commons / Olympia Provisions, is also setting up some food there. So you're going to be able to get basically a lot of the things you could get at
Right.
Olympia Provisions there
Right,
as
right,
well.
right. Yeah.
And then there's also like burgers, brats, salads. That's a little more generic, but yeah. Anyways, and then there's also like a Middle Eastern kebab place that
Shawarma.
you can go to
Yeah.
where shawarma.
Nice.
So there's like a whole like food, beer, and then just go and game and have fun with whatever you want to
Go
play. A
sweat
whole bunch of different
and drink
stuff.
some beers and eat some food.
You don't
and
have
go
to sweat if you're playing bocce ball.
Or
No, no.
pickleball.
Maybe not pickleball. Depends. Yeah. I
I
don't mean
love-
you're wearing depends, but a lot of people might be who play it.
I seriously love bocce ball because it's the closest I'm ever going to get to curling. So
I think you could do curling once in your life.
I've
yeah,
heard.
I'd blow my knees out curling.
I've heard
think
curling
so?
is very hard.
It-
If you're one of the
There's a
broomers.
Well, it is on ice,
Right. Yeah.
there's a
which is
curling-
which is
right,
hard
because of that.
Ice
yeah.
is hard.
There is a curling center in Beaverton. We interviewed the guy in the last show, but it's that whole
We interviewed a guy on the
We
last
did?
show.
We had an interview on the
in
last
One
show?
Day Radio, the old podcast.
Uh,
We interviewed the guys from
We
the
didn't
curling
interview
place.
Jack
Yeah.
Squad on the
No,
last
no, 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 no. The old show, the old, whatever, however you want to make sentences with your mouth. The old podcast. We interviewed the guys from Beaverton. I don't know what it's called, but there was a curling center in Beaverton because I was obsessed with curling, and Jenny knew this guy. So, yeah, but that would blow my knees out. Just that whole trying to drive that little, whatever they call it. I can't remember the name,
forget.
but I used to know it. but-
Stone.
Yeah, sure. It's a Scottish thing.
Well,
so-
well, don't be the pusher. Be one of the broomers.
But I think you have to rotate.
Oh, everyone has to do.
You can if you get there first, you can call all-time broomer.
All-time broomer. Dibs.
Just make sure to be really strong on that B.
You sound like an Olympic athlete. Yeah, I would listen to Beef. He knows what he's talking about.
It's the one Olympic sport where anybody of any body shape could
Could
participate.
do it. Is that true? I don't know.
Name
if that's
another sport where
true.
any body type
What
could
about
participate.
shooting?
Oh.
But you still have to ski.
No, yeah, that's
No, what else? Isn't there?
there's no pure shooting. There's,
Archery.
There's the
You have to. Is archery an Olympic sport?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just throwing
don't
things out now.
Tiddlywinks.
I'm just throwing.
I don't know.
out, yeah.
Tiddlywinks. I don't know.
Poker. Poker.
Poker in the rear.
Greco-Roman wrestling. Anyone could win that.
But are you really gonna win it if
But
you're
I
fatty?
think you got to be an
Come on.
athlete to some degree to do
Yeah,
that.
but you could be a fat athlete, a fatly.
That's true.
If you're in the fat weight class. Fat class. I don't know.
I feel like there's another one or two sports that we're missing.
Golf.
Bowling.
Listeners.
Golf.
Is golf
golf.
Olympic?
Yes.
Is
it's an
it?
Olympic sport now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Absolutely.
bowling? Because anybody can bowl.
I don't
No,
think
only
that's
athletes
made it
bowl.
I
yet.
think that's been proven.
Pretty sure.
By the way, I have to show the boy Kingpin. He's never seen it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's a good
Oh
one.
my God! Sorry, Jason. All right, well, Marcus, I will probably never play pickleball, but I will buy everything you're saying right now.
I am having fun with it. Probably
It is
because
fun.
I'm old. Probably because I'm getting old, or I am old, or whatever. It is fun. We don't drink beer because most of the people who I play with are Mormons.
I was going to say are alcoholics.
Recovered alcoholics.
Recovering
Yeah.
alcoholics. Yeah.
So actually, every time I played it, it's been 100% dry. But I
So
can,
do you have to
I
wear
could
funny
see,
underpants when you play it?
I could see. Yeah, I do.
Compression.
One of us is what we say before we play every
I don't even
game.
know
One
what
of
that
us.
means.
Oh, do you have to do some weird prayer seance beforehand?
No,
Is it like this is
That's
the
after.
way?
no, that's during.
During.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Did you finish Mandalorian?
Are we going to talk about this on the podcast?
Sorry, Jason. Yes, we are.
Yes.
How'd you like it?
Season 2 is the best season.
But you've watched all the seasons?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Don't
caught up.
talk about 3.
I'm caught up.
Okay. All right. But you like it?
If another season comes out, we'll probably watch it.
Okay. Okay. We
Yeah.
just started Ahsoka a couple days ago.
Oh,
We-
I want to start that.
We just watched Loki, and that was.
Yeah,
You
Quite
Loki,
good.
Loki
You
is
like
really
Loki.
Good. Yeah.
I really like Loki.
I didn't like Loki.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I think I like Loki more
He's-
than
I-
Mando.
Oh, I did. for
Loki's
sure.
probably my least favorite Marvel character. So
Really?
That's probably
Oh,
why.
okay.
Yeah. I just have no interest in that whole storyline.
Gotcha.
So,
Did you do the White Witch or whatever it was
Didn't
called?
like
or
it.
the
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Didn't like it.
I really
yeah.
liked when Loki was drinking beer in the last episode. There, tied it in. Woo, it was close.
Don't have to say sorry,
You're
Jason.
welcome, Jason.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's
Oh.
back up real quick because we're not done quite yet. Or are we done? Oh, you're
Oh.
conveying the massive
He's
with
putting the
the
massive
Firestone
with the-
Walker.
I gotta go
Jeez.
50-50, and oh, that finished.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Oh my God.
I'll
I'm
just
not
try.
gonna be able to
I'll
drive
just try
home tonight.
yours. I'll try yours.
It. Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep drinking Marcus's IPA.
can't go wrong
The-
there either.
The going back to the whole draft thing that we were talking about, like draft sales being
Oh
low.
yeah.
So the big thing that like a bunch of breweries did is they this is the the big word for COVID-19 is they pivoted to selling cans, right? So do you think like a lot of breweries just aren't selling in volume in kegs again because and maybe that's part of it, or do you think people are actually not
But wait a
visiting
minute,
pubs?
remember-
I think people are definitely not visiting pubs
Do you?
in the same numbers. I mean, I'm definitely one to not.
So you're
go
not, so
out
that's
as
the world.
often,
I know I
but
don't go out nearly as much as I used to, but I just kind
Still,
of attributed it.
I feel like you go out a
feel
lot,
like
Sean.
Everyone is.
No.
I feel like everyone is that way.
Because
Everyone's that way.
Carrie is real big on making dinner at home and watching our budget and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's just
Sounds
kinda,
like you're complaining.
Nope, that's just kind of where we are
Nope,
now.
he's-
So
he's
we just
complaining.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Definitely
we don't,
complaining.
we don't go out nearly as much as we used to go out. You're trying to get me in trouble. I'm not going to feed you.
What? What are you talking about? Look, I'm not the one complaining here, Sean.
No, but I mean, we eat at home more. We, when Carrie's out grocery shopping, she checks the beer section. She knows what I like, so she.
Dude, she grabbed Fresh Hop Elliott.
Right,
That's
right.
amazing.
Yeah,
Right, and she grabbed
Yeah.
Wanderjack, and I mean,
Yeah.
she just
She knows what's up.
She calls me if she's ever questioning. Hey, I'm in the beer section. Is there anything you're looking for? I'm like, I mean, how much better does that get? We're just home more. We just don't go out as much, and maybe we were trained to do that
works.
because of COVID. Maybe COVID trained us that way.
It's been several years of
because before COVID, we went out quite a bit, and we went to tap houses quite a bit, and I think COVID just changed the dynamic of the family structure and how they go out and spend their money.
Well, I think it's
That's
weird
fair.
how you put it that way, like in the third, like weird removed from yourself person, but it changed the family dynamic and how they spend money.
Look at all
you're talking about yourself.
But look at all the jokes. Look at all the jokes about how many people learned how to make bread.
No, you're absolutely right.
You
So
know,
Rebecca and I, same thing. It's like we got into this like routine of like buying groceries and cooking at home all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't help that she like blew out her knees this year, so we haven't really gone out
on
yet.
my birthday.
But on your birthday,
ruined it.
Just to spite you.
She just wanted her man back.
I cannot wait to see what happens on your next birthday. It's coming up. Few months away.
She's
Pretending like you're invited.
Somehow she got stabbed in the heart. What happened?
A horse just took her to Cuba and kidnapped her.
Cuba. Oh my God.
But no, you're right.
No, that's not beer.
Now we need to hear this. Sorry, Jason.
So
we're at the end of the show. This is the Sorry Jason.
We can end the show whenever the hell we want. Jason can tune out right now if he wants. No more beer talk.
So my hometown is Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where the Little League World Series is being played.
Just won by a Portland team.
Was it?
Yes.
Did they win it?
Yes.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
No. They made it there.
No, they won it.
It's not over yet.
No, yes, it is. I just read it.
Was it over Friday?
Like
Saturday?
2 days ago,
Sunday?
I just read it. Yeah, they said a Portland team won the World Series for little kids.
Okay. Yeah. So there's
Chad would know if he was here. Chad would know.
Yeah, he would. Or Chad's
He's still
son would know.
grieving Miles not winning.
Yeah. So there's like 8 teams from the U.S. and 8 teams from across the world, and this was the first year that there was a team from Cuba. And the day before their last game, he disappeared.
What?
Oh, what?
He defected.
Oh.
Oh boy. Yeah. You know.
We did miss one. Yeah.
I just find that
Top rated.
man. Yeah, it's great.
We got another topic. We actually have a beer topic that we did not cover.
Cut that shit out.
Most underrated breweries in America.
Wait, where's that?
It's on our list.
It is?
Yeah.
What about the Bring Me Some? We missed that one too.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Oh.
What about our beer talk?
No, it's just yeah. Sorry. Yo, Howard. Yo, Howard. It's a Howard Stern reference.
Yeah.
Who posted this and why are we talking about it?
Baba Booey.
Oh, it was just, we didn't have to talk. It was a bunch of breweries that that are considered underrated. And I thought, well, that sounds kind of interesting. Maybe Beef knows all these places because he knows all the breweries outside of Oregon.
I'm getting like top 10 Netflix shows.
What?
Good Omens, The Bear,
What the fuck
Dark
is going on?
Winds.
Get off Pornhub, dude.
Yeah, wrong
Only Plant. No, I'm on Only Plants. Get it right.
Wrong podcast, dude. This is the Portland Beer Club podcast.
Not the Portland Beer
American
Pump
Solera
podcast.
is listed as one of the underrated breweries on this
I
list.
see. I didn't hit the read more button. Gross.
Which is weird because American Solera, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm, into like funky beer and following that, but I feel like they have a great reputation in
and they kind of started high because it was a Prairie guy that went over
exactly.
there. Right, yeah,
right.
So
I don't think I've ever had an American Solera beer.
Well, they don't get out here.
Chad brought one or two.
Did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, they're from Oklahoma.
Chad.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Who?
Tulsa. Oh, Chad.
Edit.
So you're saying Chad isn't going to come back in the near term still?
I think as long as sports happen, we will not see Chad. But
So what you're saying is
have
we
to
need to
kill
end
sports.
sports.
every 3
Thank you.
Yes, kill sports. Little kids should not be engaging in
Not his kid, at least. As long as his kid doesn't
No,
engage
he
in
could get a
sports.
concussion.
Oh my god.
We just need to kill.
CTE.
We just need to kill sports in the Portland area, and
Yeah.
then we're good.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Let's start with pickleball. Oh wait, that's not a sport. Never mind.
His kid
me
is
ask you this.
65.
I was listening to another local podcast, and they were talking about what would be the best sports, like team names for Portland sports teams.
Lumberjacks.
I have the best name ever. I'm convinced of this.
Trailblazers.
I posted this on Facebook, and it got 2 likes. That's how good this is for baseball.
Oh.
If Portland got their Major League Baseball team, this is the name that would dominate all baseball team names. The Portland
Braves.
Wet
Guardians.
Sox.
Wet Sox.
Yep. The Portland Wet Sox.
Because it rains?
Yep.
All right.
The Portland Wet Blankets.
The Splash.
The Splash.
Hey,
The Mallards.
the Mallards.
The
Portland
toxic algae blooms.
As long as you put the word wet in front of it, sure.
The wet toxic algae
The Toxic
blooms.
River.
Oh, that makes it so much worse.
Well, so who else is on this list of underrated breweries?
Nobody that I'm familiar with.
No one that I would underrate. That's not true.
Well, I wouldn't underrate American Solera.
Right?
Because that's good, but I don't know, like Coppertail Brewery, never had that.
Well, just
The Outlaw Brewing
basically,
Company.
they're just like naming breweries.
Random
nobody knows
breweries.
They're naming new breweries that had head brewers that came from well-known breweries.
Ah.
Yeah,
is
that's
that
what they do.
Is that the
Like,
formula?
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
okay, so like
Zero
yeah.
Gravity Craft Brewing in Burlington, Vermont, run by the former head brewer of Night Shift, which is a good
Never
easy
heard of
IPA
Right.
brewery.
Or like G5 Brewing, Beloit, Wisconsin. Garth Bayer, certified Cicerone and owner of Garth's Brew Bar in Madison, Wisconsin.
I
Used to-
believe it's
Duh, that guy
Chicharron.
dude's famous.
I
Used to
believe
have
it's
a-
Chicharron.
You're right. Chicharrones.
Didn't he used to have a like cable access show with a guy named Wayne?
Yeah, he did.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
It was. I laughed. I laughed harder than I did at the movies.
Jim loved that movie. What are you talking about? You love that movie.
We watched both of them again. They were just on HBO in the background, and they were fine. They were
The
good.
second one's not really worthy.
They were good. They were enjoyable
It's
at
not
the time.
worthy.
Listen,
But like when you're like watching it, it's just.
I respected you more for like holding the line, like the initial review. Now that you've like caved a little bit, I respect you a little less.
Due to my pressure.
It's like, come on, just hold to the line,
It wasn't
Jim.
your pressure. It was
Hold the
I was
line.
half paying attention.
Hold the line.
And then like you hear a funny line and you laugh and you're like, God damn it. God damn it, Wayne.
You heard a funny line. Was that after the movie was over? I'm just kidding.
Beth made a comment.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, I don't. The rest of these breweries, I'm not familiar
Never
with.
heard of
and
any of them
it's-
myself. but-
Yeah, I'm just like. Eh.
Did you go and look up their average on tap?
I'm sure they're all
know?
fine, but we don't get any of these breweries in
No.
Oregon. So
I just
it's-
figured Beef might know some of them because he knows all those East Coast and Midwest breweries.
I like know where they're from. I know where like half of them are from, but not.
I've heard of the states.
I think we need you to get back into trading so you can get us some of these beers,
God
Jim.
damn it.
Sorry, you're the guy that has to do
Brewhouse,
it. You're the
you're
guy that
my
has to do
only
it.
hope.
What's
You're-
the
yeah,
closest?
you need some ammo.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
it, what on there is the closest to us?
like
There's
just
something in
basically?
California.
Okay.
Moonlight Brewing in Santa Rosa.
Okay,
There we go.
There was another one in Cali.
with a former brewer from Russian River.
Brewing innovation manager at Lagunitas Brewing previously.
Lagunitas, okay.
There's one in Oakland. It
Yeah.
was the co-founder of East Brother Beer Company.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we've put in a pretty good solid
done
amount of
enough
time.
damage?
here. I mean, any questions from any of our listeners? Oh, sorry, we're not live. How do you like that? We're that good. We don't
Any
need questions.
questions?
We don't need your stinking questions.
That was a David S. Pumpkins reference.
That's right.
That was the weirdest.
Oh my God, that actually hit. I didn't think that would hit.
I know David S. Pumpkins.
You're talking
Thank you,
about the
Tom
start-
Hanks.
Right. I thought you don't watch TV, Marcus.
But you
How do
don't know
know this?
MacGruber.
Okay, I don't watch TV, but everyone knows David S. Pumpkins.
Oh my God. That's
Come on.
That is one.
No
of the,
one has questions about that.
That is.
Any questions?
That's the biggest Saturday Night Live thing I don't understand.
Really?
Yes, I don't get that whole sketch.
That's the point.
It's so dumb.
That's the
I
That's
know.
the point.
I
It's
know.
so dumb you can't get it. Yeah.
Right. And I've got that dude's autograph 3 times, and I don't get that sketch.
David S. Pumpkins?
No, Tom Hanks. Come on, man.
Who?
Who?
Hank,
Yeah.
Hanks, as he writes. Hanks.
Is that one of the skeletons?
You need to
damn it.
get one. You need to get his signature as David S. Pumpkins.
David S. Pumpkins?
Honestly, if
I
you
wouldn't
do,
understand
I would
it.
pay you money for that just to
Could
give it to my
probably
wife.
get it if I really tried.
I will pay money for that.
I'll
It's
see what I can
on
do.
air. I will pay money for that.
It's
if you
on
can
the
do
air.
it.
It's a contract.
I have a check in my wallet.
Well,
So
just
basically,
know.
I could just write it, and she would know the difference.
That's true.
Yeah. So.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Foiled again. I have questions.
I really didn't understand the value of that sketch. Yeah. And it's huge. And I don't. It's like I think Saturday Night Live has reached this point where it's a generational thing. I don't understand the humor.
You should definitely start.
It definitely is.
There's like maybe two
definitely.
episodes in the last 5 years that I thought were worth a shit.
You should definitely start playing pickleball for sure.
Yeah, that's right. When SNL stops being funny,
that's the pickleball time.
That's the pickleball
Yeah,
time.
pick up the paddle and
It
go.
hasn't been funny since
down the
Mike
remote,
Myers, I
pick
tell
up
you.
Myers, Eddie Murphy. Come on now.
Oh my God. That Joe Piscopo was the last time that show was
Joe
good.
Piscopo.
Are you from Jersey? I'm from Jersey.
All right, I think we've done
Nobody got that reference.
Nope, that's too old
Joe
for me.
Piscopo.
Yeah, I didn't watch SNL with Joe
The
Piscopo.
best joke on the show was when Chevy Chase tried to put a joint in his arm.
See, I watched
Did it work?
those episodes
Can you
when
do
they
that?
were real.
I'll try it. I'll let you know.
Yeah, all right,
I'll
sounds
give
good.
that one a shot. All right, so episode, what are we on, guys? 97.
90.
Is that it?
Portland Beer Club podcast, your online bottle share minus Chad. I thought it'd be really funny to take for this episode for our show picture, block out Chad and put Donald Trump's arrest photo on there from today. So.
Any of those 8 people or 30 people that got
Yeah, right.
Or just duplicate Jim's face and put it over. Same thing.
Jim twice. Yeah.
same thing.
So
His hair is much more tailored than
that's
mine
true.
is.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God.
We're here to scare the hell out of you.
That's another episode of the Portland Beer Club podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Untapped, and check out our website at www.portlandbeerclubpodcast.com.